Hey, welcome everybody back to the Smash Controllers podcast. Today I'm here with the homie Soul. How you doing today, Soul?
Doing pretty good, brother. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Give it up for Soul, everybody. Woo!
Round of applause. Come on down.
Yay. So you've been how long we been friends? Since like 2017, maybe?
Yeah, man. Well, that's the thing. Like,
Somewhere in there.
the thing is, we don't talk that much, but there still was that connection.
Oh
You know?
yeah, we were like it was almost like I appreciate your art. That's back when I was posting art and I had my last page. But it was like I appreciate your art, you appreciate my art. And it was just kinda like that
Well, that
for a long time.
well, that's how I've always built up a rapport with people and got like over 2,000 followers. Is just you just connect with people. You check in on them, see how they're doing, tell them that you're proud of them, lift them up, listen to them. That's what friends do. It's just we also have to be artists at the same time, so we just try to encourage each
Yeah.
other in this space. But the space is looking kind of sad right now. I'm not gonna lie. So many
A
homies
lot of
have
people.
put the pen down and said I'm over it, and that's a sad thing to
Oh
see.
man. It is. A lot of people are just completely like, I'm gonna do my own thing on my own site. And they've just completely got off social media altogether.
Yeah, like I don't know if you remember L.A. the Lazy Rip. He did the comic called Sunnyside.
I don't necessarily remember.
Yeah, you know, like he was one of the first homies I got on with onto Instagram, but
Mhm.
and he actually had like the creator Scott Pilgrim praise his comic, but
Oh really?
yeah, so but even he is basically like I don't know what I'm gonna do, man, and he just disappeared. So I emailed him, check in to make sure he's doing all right, and he appreciated it, but it's sad to see when even someone like that who was drawing pretty consistently and drawing hard just kind of giving up. And I think it's just the space doesn't really support artists. The algorithm really doesn't because I don't even see posts
Yeah.
from you or anyone else. Like
Hey
the only
man.
thing I see on Instagram is just the silliest, craziest, over the top reels that my friends like. I don't see posts from other artists, you know. And of course, with the advent of
Same.
AI, it's just it's really demoralizing, you know.
Man, everybody is doing AI art right now, and it's literally taking over everything. Like from what I've seen anyway, for the most part. And I mean, it's there. I mean, kudos to the people that use it. I guess I'm personally not a big fan of
No,
AI art or using it,
there's no kudos
but
here. Absolutely not. Like, they're wrong for that. Because
you know,
there's another level of stress because it's like we had to deal with people who would just credit art, you know, who would just take our art without credit us. Like,
they still do that
they still
too.
do that, but now it's like a whole new level because there was a part of me that kind of was a little proud because I drew like this Black Adventure Time of like Finn and Jake as black characters,
Mm-hmm.
and people thought it was official art. But then I go on to Twitter and I see the picture reshared more than the actual post got. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
hey, that's my art. And they're just like, cool, we like it. Are you gonna credit me? Nah, bro, that's why do I gotta do that? What do you mean? Like, so I can bring the audience over to me. Like this is unbelievable. But no, they don't care. They just don't appreciate art. And now it's just like,
I'm surprised you got that. Most of the time I'm sorry, I'm surprised you got that. Most of the time they just block the artist. Hey, can I get my credits?
yeah, because they don't want to hear it. You know, they don't want to hear nothing about that. They do the whole third strike Ryu parry on you.
Oh, yeah.
Just block you on the spot. How dare you? How dare you ask for the correct thing if you want your art to be credited? Like, no. But yeah, I've seen a lot of even professional artists, right? People who work for Sony, who work for Disney Animation, that I follow, who are just like, I might actually have to become a nurse. I might actually have to go back to school and do a different career. I might have to become a plumber because it's not sustainable right now. I'm sure you've seen what Microsoft did where they laid off like 9,000.
I did. I did. Uh I want to say an animation studio did something like that recently as well. I want to say that, but I'm not entirely sure. It might have been clickbait. Okay. It might have been.
Yeah, so
It was
Yeah, because
I saw some I'm sorry, I saw some artists on Twitter complaining like, well, I worked on blah 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 and now I'm looking for a job.
yeah,
Like, dang.
yeah, man. I don't know if you ever saw like Space Ghost Coast to Coast, but like the guy who voiced Brent, he's like my favorite character. God, how long has that show been? Like, is that Jesus? Like 20 plus years, almost 30.
Yeah, okay, I would say that because
Yeah, like
I would say Space Ghost was around before because Space Ghost was a real show. It
yeah,
was like a real
from the
cartoon.
1960s.
Then it became like a talk show.
Right. Like that and Harvey Birdman, Percy
Yeah.
Law and all this stuff. Like just the stupid, yeah, like the guy who voiced Brat.
Mhm.
The last time I checked, I don't know if he got the help. He became a FedEx driver, right? So like,
Really?
yeah, despite the fact that like he voiced that character, he did like a cameo on what is it like Jellystone, like the Yogi Bear
Yeah.
cartoon show. He was a FedEx driver, and he was sitting here and asking for help because one of the big posts that blew up was a dog attacked him while he was delivering packages. And it's like
Man.
really sad to see. It's just this person that I grew up with because you heard his voice of a character. It's just he's kind of in dire straits, and it's not just him; it's a lot of them. So a lot of these veterans, a lot of these artists, a lot of these people who are industry, professionals are struggling right now.
For
Just
sure.
like, and I think a crazy time to sit here and be like, I'm working on a comic and I had to promote this. The craziest time to basically like get out of that depressive slump I was in and just be like, I gotta get this comic done because I really believe in it and I think something can happen. We'll see. But well,
It's still very possible. So I'm glad you're still doing it and you're putting it out.
yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that's all you can do. Like I wish things were different to where we could all just draw, not have to have our lives just determined by like monetary value, and just
Yeah.
tell goofy stories with your friends and just hang out, man. And I feel like things could be a lot easier for everyone, but no, we got to sit here and grind until we die.
Man, you gotta grind even after you
Yeah,
dead.
I know, right, man?
You ain't do enough for life. You gotta go back and get some more money
No,
and make it to the
like
afterlife.
you go to heaven, you gotta sit here and like get coins in order to get to the throne.
You gotta. Did you accumulate enough karma tokens? So, what do you mean?
You got enough karma tokens to get right here, baby. You gotta go back to Earth and do like a ton of good deeds, like that old
Right.
cartoon show with Gary Coleman. And where he was an angel, and the guy was like, "You need to go back to Earth and do something." Talking about God. I haven't even seen that
Oh, yeah.
show. I saw it like,
It sounds familiar.
like it was a cartoon about Gary Coleman as an angel.
Was it like on Adult Swim?
Yeah, it was on Adult Swim for a
Yeah.
little bit,
Okay.
and God was like, "You gotta go back to Earth and do some good deeds. You gotta help out the people, and then you can gain your wings or whatever." And Gary Coleman was like, "Ah." Yeah, I mean they had some goofy cartoons, man. Like they had cartoons for like RoboCop and like Hulk Hogan. The Terminator had a cartoon.
Man, I gotta look that up. I didn't
Like
even know that.
I'm pretty sure if not not the Terminator, Rambo had a cartoon series. Like
I remember
yeah,
that. I do
Rambo,
remember that.
Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos.
Hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure that they probably made a. I wouldn't be surprised if they made like an animated cartoon Hellraiser rated PG.
Man, I don't even know how you would do that. It just be like a bunch of goofy adventures.
Right, like Pinhead's in his like wacky space car. We have
Dude,
such
what's
sights
wrong?
to show you. He goes into different planets and stuff like that.
Right.
Into the pins to teams like a story. The stupidest thing ever, man. Who needs to write that?
You know what? You know what? I was just about to say that. Like, you know what? You might be able to go somewhere with that.
Yeah,
But I think you might have to do like it might have to be like an adults kind of cartoon
yeah. I
though.
mean, like,
Like I want to say almost kind of like animated like Rick and Morty is kind of how I see it.
it
Like with that kind of art style.
real talk. Like after the Pickle Rick episode, I just kind of stopped watching Rick and Morty. It's just like
Every
we've reached peak absurdity, and like my friends are like, this is like one of the greatest shows ever. I was like, yeah, okay, and then the show is still going on, and now it's reaching like Family
Mm,
Guy levels. I'm like, all right, some shows just needed to end. Like that show
yeah.
needed like 3 to 4 seasons, and that's good enough. Yeah, but like
Truly, if we've been honest, I've never really watched it. So
oh man, I mean,
I see like I see like a handful of episodes.
yeah, I mean, people liked it because it was like an edgy version of Back to the Future. That was basically it, and the story was intriguing. You know, to figure out if this is actually the real Rick or not, because each world is like a variant. But
Uh-huh.
it, at the same time, I just was kind of like, I see where this is going. The humor was kind of like stale, and like my brother-in-law was like talking about it like it was like the greatest thing that he's ever seen in his entire life. It's like I'm that type of person. Like if people talk about it way too much, it takes me a long time to get interested to actually see it. Like Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
People talk about Breaking Bad. I didn't see it until the show officially ended. I was like, this is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen in my entire life. What?
And they was
Whoa!
right on that one.
I was like, this is one of the greatest shows. It's one of the few shows I've ever seen where it's like, I don't think there was a single bad episode, not even a fly. I was astounded. I
Mm,
was like, this show is amazing. But yeah, just like, but I can become very like jaded due to like people talking about something excessively. I'm just like, I'll wait. I'll wait.
yeah. No, I completely understand that. I'm sort of the same way, but like it's like if I watch something and it doesn't like absolutely like grab me, then I might actually put that mug on pause unintentionally and forget to come back to
Right.
it for a long
Or just
time,
play it
if
in the
ever.
background until something of interest may
Yeah,
pop up. You know what I mean?
yeah. Not to go back and be like, what happened?
Yeah, I was doing that today when I was grooming my dog. I was playing Eric Andre in the back.
Oh
You ever seen the
my
Eric
god.
Andre show? Like, and the reason why I started watching that show was because one of my friends was like, "You look like a prettier version of Eric Andre." I was like, "What are you talking?" It's like light skinned brothers. Every light skinned person out there is like, you look like this guy. You look like this guy from the
Mm,
IT crowd. Okay, I guess I'll watch it because apparently I look like this guy. The show is terrible. But Eric Andre, I forgot how outrageous this show is because like one of the things that just had me get up and just stop was he had like this guy from The Bachelor on, and Eric
mm.
Andre just decides to like take his clothes off and pee in the cup and drinks the cup in front of his mouth. And I was like, and then he tried to kiss him, and I was like, all right. I was like, I'm pretty absurd. Like you've seen my comics. Like you've seen the stupidity that I produce. I'm like, I'm not that stupid. I would never I would never drink my own piss. I would never even think about drawing that. This guy's crazy.
Right. I know recently, maybe last year, early this year, somebody finally out Eric Andre. I can't remember exactly the scenario, but I'm actually gonna look it up. But I remember an episode specifically he made the rapper T.I. walk off. Because he came out the floor on him like between his legs or something, and Ti was like, "Man, I'm good."
He early Eric Andre was the best because the celebrities who didn't know who he was had no idea what they were walking into. Now everybody knows who he is, so they're just like, we know it's going to be crazy. But back when they had no idea what was going to happen, it was one of the greatest
Yeah.
shows on all.
I saw his movie. I can't remember what it was called. The one on that was on Netflix that had like they used like live people, like background people. It was him, Tiffany Haddish. What's Rail Howley? I can't remember his name.
No,
But I saw that. Let me see. Bad Trip. Okay, yeah, Eric Andre, Lil Rel Howery, and Tiffany Haddish. Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty good. I was like,
Netflix.
I can mess with this. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I'll definitely
It's
check
got
it out.
like yeah, it's like a wacky adventure, but they're doing like part of the movie is having like live people like they're acting out like let's say he falls off a roof and we know it's a movie, but the
But the
people that
audience,
are
the
watching,
people watching don't know.
yeah, yeah, they think this guy is really about like really falling off a roof,
Right, so they're pranking the
you know?
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like telling us, it's also telling a story at the same
Okay,
time.
so it's not quite like Black Jackass. When they're just
Yeah,
doing these
yeah,
things in front of these people.
yeah.
It's like no, so it's like So it's like, so I get what you're saying. Like they're doing these little pranks, but at the same time, there's also a narrative involved with these pranks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I was like, because I didn't really watch the show that much. I was like, it's okay, but it's not really my cup of tea all the time. But I did like that movie, so when you brought it up, I was like, exactly.
Did you go see Superman yet?
I haven't seen Superman or Fantastic Four.
I have yet to see Fantastic Four, but the Superman movie, like, bro, like that girl was talking about Superman. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just trying to be kind of coy about it, but yeah, I went to go see it for her, and I was like, yo, the shit's good. Like it's like it really brought me back to like Christopher Reeve's Superman, but you watch it and it fills you with so much hope. But like the Lex Luthor in that movie is like the over the top. Like he's some shit, but he's like the best part of the movie. Like there's a part where Superman's getting his ass completely beat, and like Lex Luthor is like watching it on a monitor, and he's like sitting here saying,
I see that. I see that clip all the time.
Like,
I didn't understand the context, but now I do.
The Green Bay Packers got a touchdown. He's like,
Yeah.
crazy, over the top, stupid shit. You're like, this is one of the greatest characters of all time, and I hate it.
That's what I heard. I heard that he tried out for Superman, but he didn't get it, and they made him Lex Luthor. So like that would really add to the hate right there.
Bro, he would look ridiculous at Superman.
I would low key be a hater too. Like I would definitely take my role a little more serious.
Like in the comics, apparently the reason why he's bald is because of the stress that he had to deal with Superman, because they were actually childhood buddies in the comics. And like when he figured out who, because he doesn't know that Superman and Clark are the same person, and apparently what it is his glasses hypnotizes people to convince them that he's Clark. So that's their workaround as to like why people can't figure out that Clark and Superman are the same person.
Okay, that makes more sense.
It makes more sense than like he just decided to give himself like an S curl, and people are like, oh, what? Where did Clark go? He doesn't wear that much mousse in his hair. No.
Right. He's slouching and he gets a braid and.
Yeah, so is there anything in particular you want me to talk about? Is there like any type of stuff with the comics or anything goofy or?
No, I was actually gonna ask you about tell me about what you're working on. Well, before that, how long have you been an artist? I would say how long you been drawing?
Man, if you listen to my crazy ass mom, my mom will sit here and say, "I prayed for you to be an artist in the womb," which is no. Like the minute I just shot out of her vagina, I had a pen and paper in my hands, ready to draw for the doctor.
You were drawing in there.
That's a story she starts to tell, man. She is ridiculous. And real quick, one of the comics that I'm going to do involves my mom, because she has some ludicrous sayings, like some of the craziest shit that I've ever heard anyone. And people are like, "Oh, this is where all the humor and all the craziness comes from your mom." No, she one-ups me. Like there was one time it was raining outside and it was sunny. And she just looks up and she's like, "Looks like the devil's beating his wife again." I was like, "What?"
I hear that all the time. I'm like, why? Who came up with that? That's awful.
Like, hold up. I was like, the devil, first of all, has a wife. And second of all, like, where did you get this from? And her immediate response was, "Son, eat some owl poop and wise up." I was like, sounds like some crazy things, but brother, the comic that I'm going to work on, it's not going to be the immediate comic. Like, I was going to sit here and do a comic about, my depressive state, but I'm just going to scrap it. I'll probably sit here at some point when I feel like posting again. It's still going to take a minute because I'm working on the comic tooth and nail, mainly. But I like to do the little comic stories to just kind of cheer myself up and cheer other people up, because people say, "Yo, brother, this comic's amazing." Also, the hands, chest,
Hey man, that literally doesn't like my favorite parts, bro.
like,
These big old realistic hands.
like people really love that last comic with like the centaur. And I blew him up with 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and all that stuff I just come up with on the spot. But like,
Yeah,
to my
okay.
mother, the comic. And this is a spoiler because I had to talk about this because it's a stupid story. So my
We getting
mom,
exclusives.
yeah, my mom is so exclusive. Like in 4K, my mom tells these stories that everyone looks at her as like this has to be alive, but she just genuinely believes these stories. Like you 100%. Like it was just insane. So like she would tell me and my sister these stories growing up, like and there's 2 different stories, but the crazy one is the one at the end.
Mm.
One story was like aliens came down when she was a child and they hung out and they went to Burger King. Right? And I'm being serious right now. Like, this is not a joke. And she says the story.
I believe you, but
She says it exactly the same way every single time. I just think that she legitimately believes it. Then there's another story where her and her friends went to this dilapidated house and a giant
mm.
alligator with red slippers started walking down the.
You know what, Mom? You got it.
But the craziest story, because I was telling my dad this the other day, because he tells a story about when she was in school. This girl came to school completely beaten up and she was missing her shoes. So the teacher was like, "What happened to
Say that one
you?"
more time. You said
Oh,
she came to school and say that
okay.
one more time.
Yeah, so the third story, which is the craziest one, is that she tells a story when she was in school. There was this girl that went into class one day completely beaten up and she was missing her shoes. Right? So the teacher's like,
Okay.
"What happened? Like, what's going on with you?" The girl, the girl claims that when she was walking to school, that that a couple of rock rollers were standing on their hind legs. They decided to beat her up, took her shoes, and then called her a bitch.
It started to make a lot of. It started to make a lot of sense. I see where you get a lot of these storytelling from.
I mean, you can see where I get the inspiration from.
I definitely do.
Like, but even I'm like not creative or absurd enough because I tell absurd humor. Like, I have some friends who
Mm.
look at my stories and they laugh or they're just like, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Don't talk to me." We don't like it, but like that shit is crazy. So it's like if that story was true, first of all, we'd be hearing about these Rottweilers. We'd have people walk around like Rottweilers were you from the streets. There would be no shoes.
I need to see. I need to see.
Like, I mean, I was like, they're standing on high legs. They just calling this girl a bitch and taking her shoes. I was like,
Hey, that's a girl with the shoes right there. Get her.
no, man, like for real. I was just like, but that's still not the funniest part. The funniest part is my mom. Like, I had these 2 nieces, right? Hers are an honor from my sister, and I was over at my mom's house, and like my sister called, and she was pissed because like my mom was telling these stories to my nieces, and my nieces they believe these stories, even though they're like at the time they're like 10 and 13 now. So, but my mom tripled down. She's like, "No, that actually happened to me." And then the 10-year-old in the background was like, "Well, how do you know, Mom? You weren't there." And then my sister got super pissed. She's like, it's like, technically the 10-year-old had a point. It's like, you weren't there, so how do you say these stories aren't true? And like my sister started yelling, and I started laughing super hard. I was like, she does have a point. But the story is absolutely bogus, man. Like I try to entertain some people. Like, there's people who tell lies, and you're just like, okay, like,
Yeah.
I know you're lying, but I want to hear how this ends. But like her,
Right.
she believes it. She tells it exactly the same. She doesn't miss a beat. She's been telling the same story for like 30 years. So
Hey.
she's telling it to us our whole life, man.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to hear one more story? Like about
Yeah.
okay,
Go
so
ahead.
this one
At this point though, you're going to have to draw these because that's this sounds.
continues to be drawn, but like, and I have a, and the thing is like, I have a bunch of big drawings I work on at the side because I messaged a bunch of friends a while back about like, because I wanted to up my art game. When you see it, when you see the big illustrations, and oh, he's been really cooking behind the scenes. But
Right.
so I'm trying to like really up my art style and just get the portfolio stuff going. But like the comic is still the main thing. So once the comic is done, and I'm really, and when you've seen some pages, or you've seen the illustrations that I've been showing you, then I'll finish the rest of those drawings because those drawings I just offer to do for free. You know? And then after that,
Yeah.
then I'm going to try to do commissions. But like this story, I'm not sure if I can turn into a comic. And this is a true story. Like this is a crazy ass story because it sounds fantastical, but this happened to me and my then wife. I went to go see a couple of my friends in Austin. This is like during the pandemic, 2020. Like we took this bus called Flixbus because it was cheap.
Flixbus.
Yeah, so
okay.
And it's kind of an important factor to the story because it involves like this passenger. So we go see our friends, good time, and then we come back onto the Flixbus. The Flixbus is interesting because it's cheap because they just pick you up in the most dilapidated looking spot, and they have like a little poster behind you with a barcode saying Flixbus, so you know it's there. But then you're like in the most dirty, tedious looking neighborhood. You're just sitting here like waiting for the bus to show up so you can hurry up and get the fuck out of there. But so on the bus driver, he drives and he reaches Waco. And he calls out. Like every time you call out someone's got to get off. He waits a few minutes, no one gets off the bus. So then he goes to the next spot. And then he calls the name, I forgot the next town past Waco. And then he calls out that, saying like, okay, we're in this town. And then no one gets up. So then the bus driver, he gets up. It's like this older Hispanic looking dude. Gets up and he confronts this big brother who I call Big Mac because he looks like a fat Bernie Mac, and that's not a joke, right? So he confronts Big Mac, and he admits that he's seen Big Mac on the bus in the past twice, and he's like, "Hey, you're supposed to get off at Waco. Like, what's going on here?" And the guy admits that like he paid for the Waco ticket when he really had to get off at. I forgot the name of the town, but he purposely paid for a cheaper ticket and then waited until the next two stops to get off at like where he's supposed to go because he didn't want to spend the full amount of money. And the Flixbus is like cheap, like for like a trip, like a round trip to like Dallas to Austin.
You're in the South too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would be about $48, which is relatively cheap, right? Because we're only down there for like 4 days. But this guy,
how far is how?
It's about 4 hours.
Okay.
So, but this guy was just super cheap, so he didn't want to pay for it. So the bus driver was just like, well, look, man, you got to get off the bus. The guy's sitting here pleading, no, man, I can't get off the bus, man. I got to go somewhere. People are relying on me. So the bus driver, he goes, all right, well, let me call my people. Let me call my boss and see what they do. And then as soon as the bus driver gets off the bus to make his phone calls, this brother starts cussing, calling him every name under the sun, calls him slurs, the F word multiple times, the S word, you know what I'm talking about? He went off. And everybody's like uncomfortable. Like, so I'm in the front with my wife, and across from us is like this small little, this girl next to us as well. Well, a woman really, but like she was pretty small. So we're just sitting here listening to this guy. The bus driver comes back up and he's like, all right, you gotta get off the bus. My bosses are like, you can't do this, you've done this before. And he's like, look, man, you let me go the last couple of times, which is fair. I don't know why you decided to do your job now, but like whatever, like I get it. So they're having an argument, and the guy's indignant, and he's stomping around, and he's pissed off. So eventually, while he's having his little tantrum, the bus driver calls the cops. And you can tell he's calling the cops because he's sitting here giving a description, and he's like looking up and down the guy. And this dude was, and I don't want to fat shame, but this brother was big. Like, I mean, I already called him Big Mac.
Man, big is big, man.
I already called him Big Mac, so I'm already going to hell for that. But like, he looks like Bernie Mac. But anyway, so Big Mac realizes what's going on. So then this is where shit gets crazy because Big Mac, he's like, you're not gonna let me, you're not gonna let this one slide. You're not gonna tell me where I need to go. And the bus driver is like, after he gets off the phone, I'm sorry, man, I can't do it this time. You sure you're not gonna do it, right? He's like, okay, well, I guess I had to hijack the bus. And the girl across from us, her eyes got gigantic. And according to Vanya, she said my eyes got super big too. We're just like sweating. We're like, wait, what? Wait, so the bus driver, he just looking at it, was like, I'll see you try. So this dude pulls out a knife. He
Oh my
threatened
god.
to stab the bus driver. Now, my partner, she was just like, because I'm sitting here freaking out, and she had the nerve to go, well, why don't you just rush him? What? Do you not realize how fast a knife is? He had like 200 pounds over me. This is like, it would be a stomp. It would make the entire situation worse to try to play a superhero. I'm not for man. I can't fire Hadoukens. I don't have that power,
Hey.
man. I'm just a man. Yeah, man. Like I have like the president's order, and I'm very transparent
Uh-huh.
about that. But this day, I wanted to live. I was like Nico Robin.
I
Live,
wanted to live.
bro. Like this is during the pandemic, but like I pre-downloaded The Last of Us Part Two. I was
Uh-huh.
gonna go home and kill a bunch of white people in that game. I'm not right. Not right. You goddamn right. I was gonna live that day. I'm like, I'm not gonna get stabbed.
You know, oh my God,
Yeah,
y'all gonna have to
on
give
the
me a do-over,
PS4,
bro.
I was ready. And the game's a mixed bag. The combat's great. The game's, the story. Yeah, the story really
Oh
needs the
yeah.
policy. But bro, I was ready, and she was just like, rush him. No, no way. So,
Oh my
but here's
God.
the thing. Miraculously, the cops showed up. Because, like, as you
Mm-hmm.
sit here and, like, threaten to stab the bus driver, there's a couple cops waiting outside.
Yeah.
So, dude puts his knife away. The cops come onto the bus, and they're sitting here like, what's going on? The Big Mac is sitting here like, yo, man, this bus driver's racist. This company's owned by the Chinese. They don't care about us. And, like, he's looking at me and Vanya, expecting us to back him up. Brother, we don't even have the same skin tone. I don't know who you are.
Eh?
Know who you think we is. This is not. No. This is not the solidarity that you're looking for. We don't know who you are. We're not threatening to stab the guy, right? And so they're sitting here and they're talking back and forth. One of the officers talking to the bus driver. This other guy's talking to Big Mac. And then, despite everything I just told you, that's still not the craziest part. Because the craziest part, and I gotta hate for a minute. Let me bring out my podium of hate right now. Probably where are you? Black people. Yes. Let's bring out the hate. Because three white women show up, man. And, like, you know how we are when it comes to white people. But, boy, these white women, that bother me. It's white people. But the white women, for sure, man, they go over the top. Because they're all white and ready
Mm-hmm.
to fight. But they're not mad at Big Mac. They're mad at the bus driver. And the reason
Wow.
they're mad at the bus driver because of this whole scenario. We were delayed on our trip by like 3 hours. So they're like super pissed. And they're just like, I don't understand why you just didn't let them on and just go do, because we got things to do. And to be fair, yes, if you let him go the last couple times, you just let him go again, you just let him go. Like, you already enabled him the last
Yeah.
2 times. Now, granted,
Yeah.
the brother escalated it. So he
Yeah.
proved to be dangerous. But, like, if I was a bus driver, I would just be like, look, I'm going to pay it up for this, it's whatever. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
big deal. But the girl across from us was like, well, did you not hear the guy? He threatened to stab the bus driver and, and hijack the bus. One woman was like, I don't care. I just want to go home. I was like, damn. I was like, wow.
I don't care. I just want to
And the
go
cops didn't say
home.
anything. They're just like, letting these girls talk. They're just like, this is one of the worst bus drivers of all time. He's terrible. This guy doesn't care about us. We have things going on. There's a lot of stuff going on right now with COVID in my area, and they're just going off. And I'm just like, God damn. I was like, these people, they started to excuse me, ask me and just decided to hate. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, they just kept going off, and eventually, the cops, they take Big Mac to jail. And
Mm-hmm.
the women were still upset. They were still talking about how awful the bus driver is, and and my wife was just like, "You still could have taken that guy." No. Yeah, but that story's a bit more difficult to illustrate because it's like there's multiple parts.
You could streamline it. You could
Somehow,
streamline it.
I might have to animate it. I might have to,
That there. See.
because I do know how to animate. It's just animation takes too much of my time, and I don't have a lot
Mm-hmm.
of time. But like I do. But yeah, that was probably like one of the most craziest events that ever happened to me. A dude tried to hijack the bus.
So I guess I'll just have to hijack the bus then.
I just had to figure out. But it's like the story of my mom and the right way for sure is going to be illustrated. There's a couple other stories
Please.
that there's also a story about Ja Rule that I was going to draw. that one I'm just keeping to the chest. People are just like, what about Ja Rule?
Oh my God.
But yeah, those
What
two.
Chappelle say about Ja Rule?
Where is Ja? Where is Ja? Yeah, man, I'm just like that brother's just unintentionally funny. And he's trying to sound so serious and stuff like that, but no, he's comedic gold. He's
Yeah.
so silly, man. But yeah, like, but I have a bunch of stories. But right now, the thing I'm just really working on is the comic Tooth and Nail. You know,
Can you tell us about it a little bit?
so Tooth and Nail is a cyberpunk story about these two teenage werewolves, brothers, Hassan and Jeff, and they are dealing with Helsing, Van Helsing. Helsing's hunting them down. He's trying to kill them, and that's basically as much as I can talk about right now. Because like
Oh,
the comic writer, he's sitting here, he's trying to like write the rest of the series, but he's also waiting on me
okay.
because it's a lot. Because I was like, oh, I could draw these pages, and then I had to do a lot of illustrations, a lot of rough
Yeah.
drafts, stuff like that. So I've drawn comics for people before in the past, and I've done like character designs. Like I don't know if you know, I worked on a little thing that showed on Adult Swim like years ago. And I did,
No.
yeah, it's called The Lost World of Wally. I worked on it with my friend Preston like years ago.
It's called what?
The Lost World of Wally. It's about
Okay.
it was about these two best friends that basically work at a Walmart, and they find out that their supervisors are aliens. So you know, your supervisors, they're weird. You know, they have like these unreasonable requests and demands. It's because they're aliens. You know, so and that was the story. That was his story, and I came on and I drew characters and did character turnarounds and drew more hands than I could possibly imagine. Take that AI. But you know, and it appeared on Adult Swim at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was just like, sweet. And then that was it.
Hey.
Like that was it. But people are like, you can still put that in your resume and stuff like that. So I guess I will. And I'm sitting on a stack of interviews. I got interviews by a bunch of magazines, but I just never published them. Like 4 to 5 different magazines. I just didn't publish them because I was just going through a bunch of stuff, and I just kind of forgot about it. So I think when I come back, which will probably be a month or so, then I'll probably post those as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to checking that out.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely send you the links and whatnot. So.
Hey, please do.
Yeah.
I will spread the wealth.
Hey, man.
Share, repost, whatever it's called.
People haven't been able to do that recently, and I can't even blame them for that because it's just the bandwidth for a lot of people is just it's to the floor. It's to the bottom of the sea. Like I was telling you earlier, man, that AI really got a vice grip on people, and I think COVID too. Like,
yeah,
because people, not for the sickness, but it's just like that was such a weird event for a lot of us, and then all of a sudden it's like we had to go back to work to pretend that nothing happened.
Yeah,
and people are just. And it's like our wages haven't gone up, and everyone's breaking right now, and everyone's trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, the job you thought was safe is no longer safe.
Yeah, I had a very nice paying job, and then COVID hit, and I got laid off. And so now I'm just working at a warehouse, and the warehouse is paying for school, but at the same time, just like, oh, do I want to continue art like? Or do I just want to pursue something like nursing? And I don't want to be a nurse, man. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a plumber or anything like that. Like, all I want to do, like how SpongeBob was in that episode, fine, dying, and breathe. Like, I just want to draw and breathe. Like, that's it. And then I'm just like, do I become a therapist? Because people say I'm really good at that too. But it's like, I don't know what I want to do. So I'm just, taking classes and, figuring out what the next steps are, but I'm just like, the art landscape's just not looking good right now.
Yeah, it's tough out here. Even if you are a professional artist, it's tough for everybody, it looks like.
Yeah, man.
If you ain't locked in with the studio like your homeboy or somebody made, it's your job is uncertain at this point.
Even that's not enough. Like I was telling you earlier, like I know some people, and there was another girl that I also know who essentially became homeless, and she works for Sony.
Really?
She went through hell, went through like a ton of personal stuff in her life. That's her story. I can't talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, she she's struggling right now. She's trying to figure out, and like every time you see her, she just looks absolutely defeated, and it breaks your soul seeing that.
I hope she figure it out or it turn
Man,
around or both.
yeah, what a weird time, man. Because we got political nonsense happening right now. We got like crazy nonsense happening at the same time. On top of that, like the world's looking a little bleak. Stuff like this, conversations with the homies and stuff like that, helps make things a little bit easier. Having
Yeah.
consolidated with people makes things a little bit easier. Because there's a lot to be thankful for. You know, I have
Yeah,
to
for
remind
sure.
myself that. But it's not easy. It's easy to do scroll, and that's another reason why I'm just offline across the board.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, bro, you can just do scroll. You can see your friends like, which is a mistake. Because some people I know like the weirdest shit. I'm like, what? What is this? Hey, I don't
Like it
know.
ain't even the problem.
What's up?
It's the ones that's comfortable enough to send it to you. Like, bro, I don't want to see this at 2 a.m.
But I have a bunch of friends. Like I'll go to bed and I wake up. It's like 20 messages, a bunch of reels, and like goofy shit.
Same.
I don't even have the energy to go through all these messages, man. I'm sure they're funny.
I go through it when I got the because I like to respond to them, so you know that I saw them. Because if I send you something, I would like see what you think or your response.
Right.
But I have to sometimes I have to go through it when I have the bearings to do so. Because sometimes I'm just not in the mindset to be like
Well,
check this out right now.
yeah, man. I'm definitely not quite a mindset. Especially like some of my friends will send me like 20, 30 reels. I'm just like, I gotta scroll through all this nonsense to find out what the first reel you sent me, and you won't respond to all these reels. And I got 20 more people that message me saying, "Look at this now."
Listen, I will hit that mode with an emoji real quick.
Nah, man.
LOL.
So honestly, man, I just try to read more. Because I was reading a study too. It's like as much as I'm thankful to meet you and my other online friends, but I honestly hate being online. Because
Hey,
it
man.
kind of does rot your brain after a while, especially if you're like consuming like a ton of content that's also negative. It also literally affects you. It's like if you hang out with someone who's negative all the time, that eventually affects you. You know, and there's a lot of negativity going on, but there's also a lot of good. So it's like I advise people to like just go outside and touch grass. Like if you do that all the time, dog, like I'm for real, don't touch me.
As you should.
Go hang out with your friends, family. You know, eat a big ass steak, cook something. You know, Hello Fresh is there. Oh no, man, because Hello Fresh is also expensive as hell.
We're good on free sponsorship.
Yeah, no. You can sponsor us though, Hello Fresh. Like we take the sponsor. Like absolutely, I am shameless. Like
I'm not afraid to ask for stuff.
Man, like it doesn't hurt to ask, and all you gotta do is say yes or no. And you say yes, yes. If not, you just keep it pushing. Because
once they can say is no, they be like, ew. Like, all right, bro.
Yeah, like the official couple of hello fresh, hell no fresh for you, buddy. Nah, man, but yeah, but I try to also go and interact with people a lot, which is why I also when I see your Discord, I check in from time to time. I like what you're doing because I think that's what enough people are doing. They're not socializing, not really interacting with people as much as they should, because we just kind of get in a little huts and corners and just like, well, everything sucks right now. Yeah. The world is on fire.
I will say it's not my Discord. It's my homeboy's Discord. I just happen to be a mod in it, but I try to I take pride in it. So.
Yeah, man, that's basically your Discord too. You're collaborating, you're partners. So when I have the bandwidth, I'm gonna go in there and try to do the cold work.
Man. Listen, no pressure, dude. We just it's a safe space for artists and those that want to just be around like-minded individuals.
Yeah. So is it other people you met online as well, or just people you know in real
life? People, pretty much everybody on there is someone I've met online. I have met maybe one or two in real life before, but everybody else I've met online. I think the two I've known the longest has been about 10 years or longer.
So that's good. it's good to keep those connections going, man.
They're like family at this point, so I can't even call them my friends. They're like family at
Yeah,
this
man,
point.
that's the family you chose, so that's really good. Yeah, man, I'm very happy to hear that. But what about you, man? You been working on any type of projects or anything else besides the podcast?
Truthfully, I've been learning. I kind of and essentially I kind of it's gonna sound crazy. I feel like I kind of forgot how to draw a little bit, so I kind of been kind of starting over, and I've been trying to learn graphic design and video editing. As far as art, I have a notes app. I have a notebook just full of ideas and stuff I kind of fleshed out here and there. And so I'm trying to get my skills to match. I wouldn't say match what I see, but like get it to come out decent enough where I can be proud of.
Well, that's every artist. Everyone, because we have a vision, we're trying to match the artwork with the vision. But then everyone's also like, yo, this is fantastic art. And I just look at my art like, bro, this art looks like a toddler. Who did with their toe. Like, this is horrible. Like, but you strive every single day to keep better, you know? Because you have to do, but really, all you have to do is just draw it.
And I mean, that's what I've been doing, but it's just, it's not, it doesn't, I have to show you, but it doesn't, it's more sketchy than anything. It's not like a full piece. And so I'm trying to get to that point where I make it a actual piece.
Well, I mean,
if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, but the fact that you're actually trying to draw it, that's a big step. Because there's some people who talk about it and just never do it because they're scared, or they don't think they'll ever be good enough. But it's like you never know, let's try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's what I'm working on. But for the most part, I'm not real good at social media, so my pages can kind of fluctuate, but I have found some fun in making TikToks. So I don't do it. I do it more consistently than anything. And I found some fun in it, just making like quick little TikToks talking about whatever, mostly gaming. But I will say from everything that I've started doing, I have seen pretty much some sort of immediate success, whether it's somebody new coming on to it, a new follower, people, man, you know, I can see, you know, this being something, I don't want to say big, but I can see this going places, you know, I like to see more of your personality. You have good takes, you have good insight. I like your jokes. So yeah, it's been real inspiring because I've never really been a big talker in public, always kind of more of a private. So this is like a real big step outside my comfort zone.
That's huge, man. I'm very proud of you for doing that. Like, me,
Appreciate it.
my friends will sit here and be like, yo, you can be like the life of the party. But a lot of times, like back in the past, man, I'd be sweating. Like if I had to get up there and do like a school presentation, the sweat starts dripping. Like I was just doing the playoffs. Like,
I felt that.
You know, but like when it's like a small community of people that you couple with, like you just say whatever. But having people that you don't know sit here and say, I like what you're doing, and you get like a little following from that, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, because back in the day, before the algorithm really kind of hit all of us, my likes would be like 300 something, 400 something, and get like these engagements and reshares. I got reshared by a couple of the guys from America's Best, not America's Best Dance Group. It's like this dude called like Future Kings. He reposted my artwork. It's like a dance thing, and a couple other people as well, like Steve Bloom, the guy who voiced.
Hey, I'm slightly jealous now. Hey, reach out to him.
And I thought it was a fluke. And then he followed me on Threads and Twitter. I was like, oh shit, he actually sees my work.
Hey, reach out to him, see if he'll come on the show.
I want to do that to him, be like, hey, I noticed you follow me. Can you help me? No, like he barely fucks with me and stuff like that. I just don't want to do that. I'm just like,
No, I got you. I completely understand.
But like, I was flipping out. I was like, for real, he actually saw my artwork and he's like, this shit slaps. I'm gonna follow him. I'm
gonna follow him on everything I got.
Yeah, several big comedians that follow me as well. And just like, so that also helps me keep going. But I think the reason why they follow me is because of those King of the Hill stickers. The King of the Hill Dragon Ball stickers.
Oh, the Super Saiyan Hank Hill and stuff. Oh my, those were funny. But I was like, I genuinely like these. So like,
Yeah,
even
like
though it's funny and silly, I actually like those.
yeah, like people are asking me, well, okay, what do you think of Buck Strickland? And I was like, man, like people are like it's gotta be Frieza. I was like, well, Buck is kind of incompetent. He's not quite Frieza level. Like I was like maybe Mr. Satan, but people admire Mr. Satan. Like, but the last time I had the first set of stickers, I actually had Khan as like Frieza because my
Mm.
mindset was Khan would be Frieza, and then Ted Wasanasan would be cooler. Because you know how Khan looks like an Ed Wasanasan. He's like this amazing person. And it's just like the joke would just be, well, he's actually cooler than Frieza.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, there's so many characters. I'm just kind of like, you know, the funniest one for me that no one ever talks about is me having Bill as like Majin Buu. That to me,
You know,
I thought that was peak gold, and people were just like, that's cool, but like, Dale as Majin Vegeta is just funny as fuck. I was like, but what about Bill? It's Bill.
they're like, yeah,
No
but
one
damn
cares
though.
about Bill. That's like I care about Bill. This is funny as hell. You guys got to up your humor. You got to get on my level. Like, yeah,
You got a different level of humor. You grew up with pit bulls beating up women.
it's beating up with the other real. Well, it's children technically. Like they totally take advantage of it.
That
It's like
you know what that when you Courage the Cowardly Dog, I feel like something like that happened on there or something. That's the or something. That's kind of where my mind took me when I heard that. I was like, I can't put the cartoon to it, but that's what it was. It was Courage the Cowardly Dog.
because that show. To be honest, that show also inspired me. Like besides
Mhm.
like certain video games like Street Fighter has always
Yeah.
inspired me. Just because of like I always thought as a child it was absurd to have like a green dude shoot electricity and start fighting. Like people shooting fireballs. Like I just try to find a humor in like almost anything I see. It's like this is very serious, but also it's low key kind of funny to have a dude with a ponytail jump up in the air going, yeah. Just
Like how hygienic is it to walk around barefooted 24/7? You know
not
what
at
I
all,
mean?
man. He's got some fungus. He's got some
I'm like
terrible growth.
I know Ryu is musty, boy. I
Yeah.
know he is. You can't.
Well, I used to take like Taekwondo. And
Uh,
basically, they encourage you to not wash your belt or gi that much because you will wash away all the hard work. So when you see Ryu with his tattered gi, he doesn't wash it because he doesn't want to wash away the hard work that he's accumulated over the years.
then he's wearing a white one, so I know he got all types of stains on it. Oh
Oh
my
man,
god,
for
just
real, man. Like I mean, he took a really hard shit one day. Does he not wipe because that was hard work right there too, brother? Like I was like, listen, you gotta wash your ass. You gotta take like you like
wearing.
Ken. Ken gets a brand new gi every single episode. He's just fresh.
I know he clean.
Yeah.
That's my dog. I know he clean. I know he take a bath.
Well, maybe not now because you see him in Street Fighter 6. He looks like a homeless man.
Hey,
He's wearing
he
shoes. He's like, look, I gotta
he
hide these
he
toenails.
now.
Around, he used to press. Did you see Sagat?
I did.
Like that's the most menacing I've ever seen him look because they went back to like the old Street Fighter 2 style
Mhm.
where he's like tall and lanky. You can see his ribs.
Oh yeah.
He just looks menacing as hell. Like every hit that he does is like he's trying to actually kill you.
I
Like,
know those elbows and them knees are
bro,
sharp too, boy. Them bones are dense. I
those,
just know it.
those knees and elbows, man, will send you to the infirmary in the afterlife. Like I'd be afraid to go up against that guy. Like I was sitting here making jokes. You heard what?
I said Tiger.
But I love Street Fighter because it's like on the face of it, it's like it's so absurd to just see all these characters come together. Terry Bogart just shows up out of nowhere. Oh, it's like
I
I still don't know what Buster Wolf even means. Are you okay?
I listen. I love Terry though, so hey, he get a pass from me. I love Mike too. I we ain't gotta get into that, but
No,
yes,
no,
I
no, no.
love Mike.
I knew where you were going. I was like, finish the sentence. I know what you're gonna say.
I love my too. Andy, I'm just gonna say Andy better than me. That's all I'm gonna say. Andy better
He
than me, bro.
rejects it, man. He absolutely rejects it every step of the way. He's like, look, man, but at the same time, just because someone's pretty doesn't mean that they're right.
That's true.
It's
That's why I
true,
said
man.
that's why I say he better than me because she adores the ground he walks on. So I'm like, he better than me.
That's obsession, man. That's super obsession. I've been around women. I've dated women like that. I'm just like, no, no, we good. I want to live. Neither Robin. I want to live. Because they go, I've seen single white women, single white female.
It was never again. That's hilarious. My dog is scarred for life.
I will walk around like the God just to keep them away from me. I'll wear tiger pelt.
You gotta walk around like Ryu. The smell alone should keep him away.
It'll keep those rock walls away too.
Hey,
There's
hey
no
man.
shoes. There's no shoes for you to steal, man. It's the smell.
No.
Smell
Oh
and
boy.
expression. That's all I got for you. Calling a girl a bitch. That's my mind.
That's
That
crazy.
story was complete
Insult to
confidence.
injury.
Insult to injury. Like you got beaten up by dogs. They didn't even bite you. They just beat you up with their paws.
Yeah.
Box you like they were Douglas.
I kind of almost rather they had tried to bite me at this point.
I mean, that is an insult to injury, quite literally. Oh man,
It wasn't even worth the bite.
man, my dog, like he tried to bite that groomer's hand so hard today, and they just looked at me. It's like, don't you ever come back here again. So, I think with the groomers last time, they cut them, and I think that's also what it is. So they're like, well, your dog's got to be sedated in order to be groomed. How much is that? $500. No. No.
You set the price so high, so you'll have to leave.
Yeah, no, like we can't do it. You know, so I actually had to like do YouTube tutorials, you know, along with Eric Andre to kind of keep the humor going because my dog he just keeps moving. Like he will not stop. You had to sit here, give him snacks, treats to so he'll sit there. But because he trusts me, he won't do the biting thing or anything like that. He'll just walk away from me because he's like, I don't want you to do this anymore. I'm bored. So I had to pick him up, get the mat, you know, clean him, and man, that took like 3+ hours. And he's a small dude too.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, so it was really exhausting. I don't recommend it, man.
I don't have a dog, so I think I'm good on that.
Yeah, I love my dog, but I was this close to throwing him out over the balcony. Like, get the fuck out of here. Terrible. I turned.
I want you to know no dogs were harmed in that haircut.
If we can't use this career. But yeah, man. But what else is going on with you, man? Like, what else is?
You know, just really trying to just grow the podcast. I'm looking to get back to. Well, I was gonna say get back to start putting stuff on YouTube, like gameplay and stuff. So I have a few things I'm looking to do going forward, but other than that, it's just about trying to create as much as possible. That's kind of what I'm on, just creating as much as possible.
Have you tried networking with other YouTubers in the same space?
I haven't really reached out to, I haven't really started, so I've mostly just been streaming and getting that content and messing around with it, or how I want it to, learning to edit, besides just taking it and raw dogging it to YouTube like I do with my interviews. But no, I haven't really reached out to any YouTubers or anything.
Yeah, I think when you are comfortable, that's the route to go, because it's like, definitely network. I mean, that's what I do. Like, but also, you know, there's some people who just want to network and that's it. No, become friends with these people. Absolutely,
that's
really care and build connections with these people. That goes.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Yeah, there's still some people just like, I want to become famous. No, you already messed up. You're not going to become famous with that mindset. You just
for sure.
Because you need support. You need friends in your corner as well. And if that doesn't work, you got some lifetime friends. So so I think that's more important. Like you and me, we're homies for life, man. You listen to my stories, I listen to yours, man. I for real, I'm eternally grateful for that, because that was not easy to talk about.
Of course, man.
I still have a
I
hard time
completely
talking about it, but
understand.
like I'm getting there, man. But thank you for opening the space up to listening to me.
Hey man, of course, man. Listen. As morbid as it sounds, I'd rather listen to your story than read your obituary.
Yeah,
It's that simple.
yeah,
It's really
man.
that simple.
So the bunch of my friends, they noticed I was kind of silent for a bit because I just, in some cases, I just wasn't making sense, you
Yeah,
know. So one of my friends was like, "Brother, you need to take it easy. Like you need to take care of
yeah,
yourself. Like
yeah,
you need to lay down. You need to just get off the line, you know."
yeah.
And that's,
Make sure you eat and drink some water too.
I mean,
Gotta take care of
now
yourself.
drinking the water, like I do, like at one point I do that depression weight, and I thankfully I've lost it. Yeah,
Good
man,
job.
that depression weight is no joke.
Trust me, I know. I had a whole health issue behind mine, so
What happened?
I had to essential. How do I put this? I just got like super big, and I had to get surgery. I had an aneurysm right here on my head.
Oh man.
And it essentially just kind of made it more noticeable, and it got to the point where it's like, if somebody hits this or if this mug explode, that's it for you.
Yeah, no.
And I was just like, okay,
Yeah,
it's like you know,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but when they got the surgery and I found, they were just like, how you feeling? Because I was heavy, like I was 300 plus at
Mhm.
the time. And there's like, how you feeling? I was like, every once in a while I have a headache. A headache? And I was like, yeah, just every so often. They're like, that's it. And I was like, yeah. And that's like, you are so big. You should. I'm surprised you have not had a heart attack.
Jesus, man. What?
And
You actually
and
said
I
that
was
to you?
just like, no, they were very serious. They was like, you are at the point where I am very surprised you have not had a heart attack or something close to it. And she was like, just a head, and not even a constant headache, just every once in a while. And I was like, oh. And I was like, I looked in the mirror and I was like, I'm built like melted ice cream. I don't like it. So, I really got myself together. I dropped a ton of weight. Like, sometimes I don't feel it, or I have like kind of a body dysmorphia thing in
Yeah.
my mind. And I just look at like pictures from like a year ago, 2 years ago, a few years ago, and I just like I look down, I used to see belly, now I see legs and toes and stuff, and I'm just I'm like, I am a person.
I absolutely relate because I also had that body dysmorphia. That's one of the other reasons
Mm-hmm.
why I don't post pictures of myself. Now, people have given me compliments all the time that I'm pretty and gorgeous, and I think back to this old episode of Street Fighter, the cartoon series. I don't know if you've
Mm-hmm.
ever seen that, where Vega was in prison.
Oh,
Like, have you ever seen that? Like, it's the American cartoon series.
I haven't seen all the episodes, but I've seen like maybe one or two.
Right, but like, he was in prison, and Guile
Mm-hmm.
was like, and I guess he got out of prison, so
Mm-hmm.
Guile and the Street Fighters had to go fight him. And towards the end of the episode, like I was like, man, 4, 5 years old when I saw the episode. Vega, his mask came off, and he looked in the water, and he kept saying that he was hideous, and they were looking at him as
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, you're actually gorgeous. And it was like,
Yeah,
yeah, but it's like he's convinced himself that he is horribly ugly, despite the fact that's not true. And that's how I felt the whole life. It's like, man, I grew up around a lot of toxic people that would critique my appearance all the time. You know,
they were just jealous.
my
That's
mom
all.
was trying to push me to become a model. I just didn't want to do that, and she said saying some over the top shit. But like, so I still struggle with it. But like, when that depression weight hit, like I didn't really pay attention until the doctor was just like, "Yo, what happened?" You know, so I told him, and it's like, you got thyroid disease, you got high blood pressure,
Mm,
you're pre-diabetic, you need to get back to the gym and do all this stuff. So
yeah.
got my thyroid under control and stuff like that. So like when I look at pictures of myself when I was fat compared to now, I was like,
Mm,
yeah, I'm not as bad look as I thought. Like it could have been worse because it was worse, but like,
mm.
but I'm in a better headspace, but I still just don't like to post pictures of myself. Like I think that's just,
I understand.
but I still that's something I'm working on in therapy. I go to therapy a lot, you know,
Mm.
especially for the other issues that I have right now. I really had to go. Like, damn.
Oh, hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's
Yeah,
there.
but
Take advantage of it.
I totally relate to your story of the body dysmorphia, man. I'm glad that you look good. It looks fantastic.
Hey man, thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'll be walking around with my shirt off sometimes.
You're pretty fly, man.
Hey, somebody got to see it. You feel me? I just ain't to the point where I can take my shirt off at the beach yet. I ain't got there yet. But when
Oh,
I
man,
get to when I get to teching body, hey boy, listen, it's over after that. You better lock me in the house. I'm back to the food, boy. Go to Walmart. Oh, we gotta wear a shirt in here too. All right.
nah, man, you be doing like those Pazio zoomies.
Well, every shirt gonna be cut down the middle if I have to wear one.
You just be purposely ripping your shirt.
Man, it's hot in here.
It's too hot. Oh man.
It's cold in here.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Don't 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 piss the wife off. She be like, "Who you ripping that off? That would be for me."
Hey, but hey, listen. You mad at me? You happy with it? Don't matter. The shirt coming off.
Yeah, man, for real, man. But like, but drawing and just working out, man. That's all I've been doing and working.
Mm-hmm.
Although I had to take a break this week, man, because I had COVID and that stuff took me out.
Man, are you feeling better?
Yeah, I still have a little bit of cough, but like, COVID is no joke because like I worked out the other day after I was recovering and I was still kind of winded. It was like, and I did like everyone's least favorite workout is burpees. I don't know if you know what burpees is.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, man, like it's like in order for me to like lose that depression weight, that was one of the first workouts I did, and I was like, I made a mistake. So I get on the ground, push up, jump, do all that stuff, man. But I can actually do 100 burpees in 14 minutes now, so that's a pretty good achievement. Yeah, no, that's not easy.
We're gonna get you in the survey court now. You should have said that.
For me, absolutely not.
Should have kept that one under. There he is, right there.
Trump wants to. No, he doesn't, because I just.
But I don't wanna keep you too long. But I don't let this be your last time on here.
No, man.
Because we got tons to rap about. But I want you to, if you got anything to promote before we go too long, you got, share with the people where they can find you and all that.
Well, my Instagram handle is Airlessol. AIRSSOL. I have to make sure I spell it correctly.
That's all right.
But
it's gonna be in the description and everything on the video.
But I am gonna build websites, so like when I get the website up, stuff like that, like next time we talk, I'll definitely be more prepared. Which is why I was surprised that those magazines are hitting me up. It's like I don't have anything to show, but they're like, but your art's so good, we still want to talk to you. I was like, God. So that I guess I'm doing something right. But yeah, man,
Hey, you are.
Yeah. So I think eventually I have a lot of. I have a lot of good stories and stuff to tell. We'll both make it. We'll lift each other up, and things will get better for both of us here. And we'll hopefully become millionaires before the world ends.
Hey man, you know how mad I'd be if once I hit millionaire status, you just see the meteor coming into the earth.
Like all that hard work, but it's coming, man. But like for sure, once the comic is done, I'm really aiming to get done with like the pages by September. Gonna try to do the Kickstarter with Fortune. Fortune's the comic writer, and then if you can promote that, if anything you have to promote, promote yourself, man. Absolutely, let me know, and I got you.
Oh yeah, man. If I see it, or even if I don't see it, just let me know, man. That's part of what this is for. Just helping each other out, helping everybody out. You help me by putting eyes on me, and I try to help you by putting eyes that may not have been on you as well.
Yeah, man. Apparently, Instagram does have like a reshare feature where you can reshare your friends' art or posts. Like, I found out from my buddy Bromojo. Like, Bromojo's the dude that does the fake Pokemon artwork.
Okay.
Yeah, but like, he told me about it the other day. I was like, where is it? But apparently, if you got something, I can sit there and somehow share that on the wall. So once I figure it out, because he's like, you can do that, then that makes it a lot easier for me instead of like having like 100 stories and people are just like, too long. I'm not going to go through all those stories, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, I get it. because I am a story sharer. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I'm
no.
just, oh, I like
Look,
it. Oh, I like
keep doing
it.
it though. I feel like keep doing it. Like if you don't like it, I don't care. Like it's all about helping each other out.
hmm Well, like it's, but so I appreciate you for coming on. Don't let this be your last time on here. This has been fun. I'm glad we got to finally rap together.
Yeah, man.
And
Good time.
hey man, hey man, you please do not change
No,
unless it's for the better.
man.
But
But you are funny as hell, and you got a great vibe, man.
I appreciate you, man. And everybody that came through, whether you were active in the chat, lurking in the back, I appreciate you. You guys be blessed and prosperous, and we will catch you next time.
God bless you, brother.